put it on your nose, but it's clear how my baby's running this a block, cause you fear what you do to you if you get dirty hands and veneer. What you do, what she is, little boy, I tell you this. If baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and that cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time.
Hello you guys. Oh, I have a confession to make. Although you probably already know it. But I've just noticed a ball up on the net. I'm at, I think they call it void turf, which looks like this. Let me turn you around. It's actually really cool. I've perched you on this little chair, but I just looked up and I noticed, I don't know if you can see, but right there is a tennis ball. But which also, I mean, since I'm already digressing, I might as well just go on that train. But this is a really good place if you want to play like touch rugby or football, or what did we play here tonight? Rounders. Oh, rounders was so good. I loved it so much. I should plan to do like a rounders thing here, but I don't know many of my friends who would be into it. I just know for sure Mundia would. I'm not sure who else would, but anyway, what I was going to say is, as you can tell, this year didn't start exactly how I thought it would. The last video you watched was intended to go, I intended it to go up the next week on that Tuesday. It has now been 2 weeks since I thought it was gonna go up, and it was ready. It was sat in my videos in the YouTube algorithm. What is it? YouTube studio. But I just didn't have it in me to press play or to press publish, and I think a lot of that has to do with like some unrest that I've been feeling. I think it's also because I didn't start, and pardon the noise that you might hear or the wind, I hope it's not too windy, but I usually start the year with such a clear vision of like, and clear goals, and excited to just like crush it. And I feel for me, the year is like a new slate. I just like a new year. I really like it. It's like, whoo, done with that one. Now we can start afresh and make new mistakes and learn from those mistakes and just keep it moving. But I think this year I just thought about my career over the last 10 years, and it's something that I had been thinking about for the last, I want to say 6 months of last year. Just kind of just sitting back and trying to establish like what would I summarize the last 10 years as. Oof, and now I feel like I've gone a lot deeper than I wanted to get into it. I just wanted to give you like surface level, like this is why I've been away, but since we're here and since we're all friends here, I think I just started to question whether I've had a successful 10 years. And I think especially after, you know, with social media or even just TV or books, and then you hear what someone has done in 10 years and you're like, you did all that in 10 years? And so I just kind of sat back and I was thinking about my 10 years. And I haven't even shared this with any of my friends. I think I only just spoke to one person about it, and I just blurted it out as we were having lunch with my friend Mark, and I just felt really insecure about the last 10 years and leading up to now. What have I done? What have I done? What have I built? Am I proud of that? Is it enough? People do so much in 10 years. What have I done? That's why I chickened out. I really panicked, and it took me to like a really dark space too, and I just started thinking about other things in the last 10 years, and I now feel emotional just thinking about it. But I just started to, I don't know, just look back at some of the choices I've made, and I didn't know if I would call that success. But at the same time, as I was trying to get myself out of this, like, you know, space, like your brain can really screw you over, is what I'm realizing. Like, it can really just decide to focus on one, at least mine can, one thing, and like it just from there it's like hopeless, and I couldn't find like the light or like a way, like a just I couldn't get myself out of that. But as I was thinking about, like, because I really wanted to get back to just creating content and doing the thing that just a few weeks ago, like in December, I was having a good time. I was like, Vlogmas day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, what? And I was like, I should have brought tissue. No tissue. Wow. But I wanted to get back to that space where I felt comfortable. And then when I was thinking about like, ooh, it's looming, it's gonna be 10 years in January 2022. And I had this conversation with myself. What does success mean to me 10 years from now? Is it wealth beyond like anything anyone has ever seen? No, I don't care to be like the richest person on earth. I care that I am able to put a roof over my family's heads and pay school fees and healthcare and travel when I can. And generally my lifestyle is good. Like, I'm happy. And could there be other things that I could do if I had more money? Yes. I'd have already bought myself a new car this year. I mean, by now, for sure, I'd have bought a new car. But, like, I had other priorities financially. And it's okay. And would I have loved to, like, have this beautiful home that is in my name with a gorgeous lawn and a compound that is just, like, to die for? And I'm like, oh, my garden is, like... oh, the new hydrangeas are really taking to the sun on that. I wish that was the conversation we were having on the vlog. It's not, okay? What we are having is another houseplant that I've managed to kill in my little apartment. But I have a home. And that like, there's people who can't say that. And I'm happy with my home. I don't walk around moping and feeling sorry for myself, like, as I move around that space. And it actually, I still find it exciting, like, thinking about the things that I want to do, like getting a new carpet in the living room, like a new dining table. Like, there's things I want to do that still bring me, like, a sense of, like, excitement. So it's okay I don't have a home in my name. What's the other thing? Like, married with 3 kids? I really do want kids. I'm not gonna... that part, I really, like, if I could just be pregnant right now, like 4 months pregnant. Why did I even say 3 kids? I don't know. I just feel like 3 would have been like a perfect number. Do I have 3 kids? No. I have 1. I have 1 who I still, like, adore so much. And I'm so, like, sometimes I'm just like, man, I'm so lucky to have you. I'm so lucky to have you. But the truth is, over time, my idea of success has really changed. And I no longer care to be a billionaire. I don't care for the title Mrs. someone. I don't even know if I care to own a home. Like, I don't know if that's as big a priority for me as it used to be. Would I like to have a home that has a compound? Sure. But I don't know if I need to own it. I definitely want financial stability throughout my life and security. I feel safe, I am healthy, I am loved and have loving relationships. I am attempting to create healthy boundaries with the people in my life. I have a career that, for the most part, I find fulfilling and often feel that I am in my purpose. Not often, but in the last year, I've felt mostly that that by being really present with you guys, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that I'm living out my purpose. Before, I think I was just kind of having fun and just seeing where it's gonna go, but now I really do feel connected. And yeah, I've got my basics covered. And I've been trying to remind myself, Sharon, like, success is not gonna look the exact same for everyone, okay? Just because Kylie Jenner was a billionaire before she hit 20 or some crazy thing like that doesn't mean that because you don't have a new car at 30 that you're a failure. Like, can you pause for a second? And I even started to wonder, like, where, like, the idea of success, I think a lot of that was just what was programmed into me, right? As a child. Success is you grow up, you go to uni, you get a job, you get married, and you have kids. End of story. That's it, you know? And buy a house, yeah? That's what kind of is programmed into a lot of people. And then you grow older and you can tweak things a little for yourself. And for me, it was like, be a billionaire by the time I'm 31, and like run my own business, and like, you know, I started to like tweak things. And at first I was like, no, I want 7 kids because 7th heaven, you know? And then you grow up and you're like, actually, I'll be good with 2, maybe 3, depends on school fees, because that is it's a lot. And just caring for kids and you know, having that responsibility is a lot. And you get caught up in trying to live out this like thing that it's like this formula. And like for me, I just think like some of the choices I made was just like, oh, I've come too far, even though I don't feel like this is the right thing to do. I've come too far and this is part of the formula, so I just have to continue in this like same momentum. And I found myself doing things that like 32-year-old Sharon is like, you didn't have to do that, honey. You really didn't have to. You could have just said no, walked away, pivoted, changed things over. Anyway, what am I think I'm just trying to explain to you, and I think also to myself, because I'm saying it out loud now, that it's okay. And in the last 10 years, I've done a lot of things. Like, I've traveled more than I thought I would. I've been to the Maldives and Turkey, New York and Cape Town. I have my daughter, who is truly one of the biggest sources of joy in my life. I have such a solid group of friends. Like, I feel so grateful. Like, some of the friendships I have in my life, I'm so grateful. Mondi, Patty, like what would life be without those 2 women? I don't know. My parents are healthy, and especially like in the midst of a pandemic. Like, we've just come out of a pandemic, like and we were talking about this, just how many people have suffered loss, and my mom was just saying how overwhelmed she is. And I still have my parents. My brother married the most amazing woman, Fatma. They're both in Canada. They relocated. Guys, they moved to Canada. I can't believe it, but it's been over a week now. And they're starting their lives there, and they're happy, and they've got each other. I'm in a decent financial space. It's not the best, it could be better, but like, I can meet my basics, you know? And for that, I'm grateful. Whilst doing this, at the start of my career, I was too ashamed to even tell my dad's friends what I was doing, because I was like, oh, they're too like serious. They'll just be like, sorry, you go on a blog and you talk about what you're wearing? When are you gonna get a real job? I mean, no one ever said that, but I was too embarrassed to say what I did, because how do I explain to them? I feel like I feel passionate about this, and I feel like it can take me somewhere. It doesn't really pay right now, but I have hope it will. And now look, this is how I'm able to like buy this dress and make plans to travel and feed my family, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And I just needed to like pause and I guess just and redefine what success means to me, and maybe even start thinking about like 10 years from now, what does that look like? And not based off of, you know, like expectations and societal pressure and just the natural programming that we kind of go through, but based off of what Sharon defines as success. Yeah. I have been rambling for almost 17 minutes, and I genuinely think I needed this, probably more than more than you guys realize. I really needed this. I needed to have this like this release. So thank you if you're listening still, and thank you if you joined me 10 years ago. which I can't even imagine that anyone's still here from like 10 years ago, but if you joined me 10 years ago or 10 days ago, I'm just grateful that we are walking this journey together and that you are part of this community, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And you are part of my success, so thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing with a friend, trusting my word and going out and purchasing a product that I recommended. Anything that you do that kind of just like, even just like the DMs kind of being like, because I got DMs just checking in, people being like, are you okay? Is everything okay? So thank you. Or whether you even thought it like, oh, I wonder if she's okay. Thank you that I'm in your thoughts. And so, cheers. I've just got water. I just got out of the gym actually. Did I say where? Yeah, this turf is where CrossFit is, like it's in the same compound. So I just did my workout and I have a lunch in a couple of hours, so I've only got water. I might just go have something stronger though, like a coffee before I start bawling. But cheers guys. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, and I want you to know that I appreciate you and I'm grateful, and I wish you nothing but like love and success. And I hope that if you do stick around on my journey, that we will continue, or at least I will continue to be vulnerable and honest, and whether I make mistakes or not, that you will still stick around, and that we will grow together and evolve and see where this drive takes us, where this journey takes us. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Cheers guys. I'm gonna take a sip because, and looking you in the eye, we don't want 7 years of bad sex, as they say. Jeez, it's 7 years? Whoever came up with that, that's a long time. Oh my God, I really needed that. Yo, I really needed that. I mean, I still feel like I have a bit of a cry in me, but thank you. Sorry about the wind. I hope it's not too much. I'm now gonna go, and order myself a coffee and bring you with me, because I'm having lunch with Mondi and Mundia. So that's gonna be fun. I actually haven't spoken to Mundia in a minute, so it's gonna be really nice catching up with her. But I'll bring you along. But I just wanted to sit down and have a heart-to-heart.
This brownie
guys,
was so good.
This is just to prove that we were here. That's Mondi finishing off her brownie. That's my tiramisu. That was well loved, as you can tell. Drinks were had, and conversation was so good. But this girl forgot to pick up the camera until Mundia left, and I was like, oh, I do this thing where I say I'm gonna bring you guys along for that, and then I forget completely. We came to Ankolle. Mondi had, what did you have?
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops?
Really good.
You like them?
Mm-hmm.
I had a chicken and bacon wrap. I wasn't a big fan. It's not my jam. Mundia had mutura, and yeah, I guess she like that's her go-to. And we're now just gonna finish up some more chats. Like I'm just here to be like, whoops, I said I would bring you along and I didn't, so I'm just gonna bring you along for a few seconds. But look at that view. Like it's so beautiful to be out in nature, and especially as someone who doesn't go out, who doesn't have this in their backyard. It just feels good to be out and about like this. But anyway, oh, and books wise, this is what I'm reading. I'm not that far along, but already I love it. So it's so good. Yeah, it's really good. It's kind of like a mix of Sex and the City and like, have you watched Modern Love?
No.
Have you watched Love Life?
No, I've watched Sex Life. Sex Life.
Oh no, not Sex Life. But I would definitely recommend. I am now home, and you guys, can you guess what this is? I think some of you might just be like, have no idea, no clue. But maybe if I read you this, it says, "Take me out when it's Christmas." And it is by my friends over at Sandstorm. You know that bag that I've been talking about and saying how desperately I need, because that rubbish box, like cardboard box that I had storing my Christmas tree was just like, it disintegrated right before my hands. Like I'd open it up every Christmas and it would fall apart a little bit more each time. Well, Sandstorm hooked me up. I'm so excited. I actually was just messaging Mark to ask what if other people want, but he said he'll get back to me to see what the prices are exactly, and just to see if it makes sense to kind of produce this for other people, or if it just is too expensive a product. But I kind of begged him. I literally was like, please, 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 I don't know where else to go. You guys will get it. And of course the quality is like incredible. And if you guys don't know, that's how Sandstorm started out. I know they're mostly known for leather, but they started out with canvas and tents and stuff like that. And then they went into the leather goods space, and they make such beautiful leather bags. But for this, I'm just so grateful to Mark. I wouldn't even say it's a PR gift. It's me twisting my friend's arm to beg for him to create like a permanent solution for me. And I just feel like this will last me years. And now I feel like generally the money that I spent on that Christmas tree, like I'm not panicking that it's going to waste, because I didn't have a good storage solution for it. As you can tell, I'm home, and I now just have to drag this into the pantry, because you guys, do you know what I was doing? I had parts of my Christmas tree separated into different boxes, like those plastic bins that I got from Carrefour, the like big square ones. Like I would just shove certain branches from the tree into one, and then like another layer of branches of the tree into another. And so I had like the Christmas tree in different places. Another one was even just in like a what came in that bag? I can't even remember, but it was like a big bag, because the old box that it used to live in, it was rough. It was really rough. But now I'm just gonna drag this into the kitchen. I also just really like the color too. Like I love this green, and with a little bit of leather, and the fact that they even added that nice logo. I know it's Moshi who did it, so Moshi, if you're watching this, oh, you're so cute. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna have some water because I am parched. Okay, I now have to try and get my first video of 2022 live. I can't believe it. I think today is the 24th. What day is it today? I think it may even be the 25th, I'm not sure. But to think that the 25th of January is when my first video went up, because I was in like some kind of crisis, is just insane. But this week has been a better week than the others. Like I've actually just started making baby steps and getting back into work and making phone calls, speaking to brands that I will be working with this year. God, I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. The conversation with Mondi and Mundia was really lovely. In fact, I think we'll make that a quarterly thing. At least that's what was agreed as we were leaving, just to catch up, but also check in on each other with our goals, certain goals. And because it's quarterly, like the goals aren't gonna be like, finish writing a novel. None of us is writing any novels, but it's not gonna be something crazy like that, but it's just gonna be bite-sized chunks of goals, which I think makes them more manageable too. And then we get to be each other's accountability partners. I'm now gonna try and settle down and try and get my first video of the year ready. I might even have to go on Instagram for that, which I haven't also really been active on that platform. So I'm gonna go on there too. Tomorrow, what is the last thing I wanna do? And then I'll just like kind of wind down for the evening, because it's pretty late in the day now anyway. Tomorrow I have gym in the morning. Actually, that's one thing I've been really consistent with, the gym. And I'm so happy because I guess, wait, let's move this to another room. I don't want to panic, but I think something's wrong with my camera. I think it might be time to upgrade to a new one, which actually was my goal for 2022. But I might need to do it sooner rather than later, because I spent at least 20 minutes, maybe not 20, more like maybe 12, talking. Like I was in the guest room, I was talking about the books that I've been reading, I was talking about the importance of a routine, blah, blah, blah. And then it suddenly just like cut and switched itself off, which my camera never does unless it's battery dead, but I had just changed the battery. Turns out it looks like the clip is corrupted, because I can see it, and I know it because I've been on my laptop trying to figure out what in the world is happening. but I can't access it. I can't watch it. It says it's like 2, is it 2 GB or 2 MB? Now I can't remember what it said. Yeah, it says it's 2 GB, but 0 minutes. So I can't watch it. And I'm a little bit nervous that whatever I'm filming now, it's the same thing's gonna happen. But I've looked through other clips that I filmed today and like a couple weeks ago and at the gym. Thank God. Like, let me tell you, the thing I filmed this morning where it really genuinely was opening up and I hadn't planned exactly what I was going to say, like there's no way I could repeat that. There's no way. I would have just been like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for being away, but you know, new year, new me. Thank God it's not gone anywhere. But what I filmed in there, it's gone. But what I was saying, and I'm gonna try and like repeat it, and this time I'll give you like the summarized version so we're not here all day. But I was just saying how I'm so grateful that in the last couple of weeks when I haven't felt like myself and I felt myself like going into a slump, that I still had the gym, because that I think is what stopped me from going into like an absolute just done guys, I'm just gonna disappear for a little while and I'll see you in maybe a few more weeks. Like it just helped not sink me into like a deeper state of frustration or like a depressive state. And I was sharing that because I think sometimes we take for granted routines and having a routine in place, and a routine that isn't tied to your roles at home. So whether that is your role as a mom or you're a daughter or sister or wife or the male versions of everything, or it's tied to feeling productive and your job at work, so that you know you can only feel like, you know, this is your routine because you go to work in the morning and you hand in the thing at every Friday, you know. So like have things that are purely for you and to fill your own cup, because I think that's generally what saved me. And it's been 2 things: the gym and reading. And I read at night before bed, and the gym I do first thing in the morning, and it just kind of helped direct me into where I feel like now I can pick up the camera again. Like it just, I don't know how I can explain it, because I remember 2020 and how difficult it was. And honest to God, like if we look back at that year, we'll just, how did anyone, so I mean, even my menstrual cycle changed that year because of the lockdown and everything. Like I think there was a lot of stress that we endured and our bodies endured that we haven't even fully dealt with and released. But I do feel like one of the things that I'm so grateful for is routine, and I'm so glad. I now go to CrossFit Kwetu at least 4 times a week, although I aim for 5. That's why my body is sore. And I'm going to see Grace, the masseuse, tomorrow. I've talked about her so many times here, but she's a sports therapist. And if you are an active person, or you want like that deep tissue massage, but really deep tissue, not like, you know, but the real thing, Grace knows the spot. You know, like how you can have an ache here. I'm giving an example. It's not based on any facts, but you can have like a dull ache here, and you might not realize it actually is coming from like the back of your, like your back, your lower back, or it could be an ache from your wrist, but really it's your forearm or something like that. Like these people understand the science and the muscles and how everything is connected, and it just, Grace knows. She's so good. And she'd been away for a few weeks, so it's just like, thank you Jesus, we've got Grace back. Even people at the gym kept on asking like when she's coming back. And I also wanted to share with you guys the books that I've read so far, and it is these 4. So I already told you guys about Where the Crawdads Sing, which I really enjoyed that book. The guest list was like a good thriller, mystery, crime type book if you're into that. Under the Udana Trees was really good. Some of the themes here are like religion and LGBTQ, and I would recommend it. Like it feels like a good book to even have a conversation about, and how sometimes people use religion to just push their own agenda and like force their own ideas on you. It was really good. And then I just finished The House of Rust, which is by a Kenyan author, and don't kill me you guys, but I really struggled. I think this is my least favorite book from the last few years of reading. Like I really struggled, and only because I don't like fantasy. So if you like fantasy, you probably will love it. I mean, she's even like, it's by a Kenyan hijabi lady, which is also, props to her, from Mombasa. She's a winner of the Grey Wolf Press African Fiction Prize. Like, this book won that. So she's a great storyteller. She's really descriptive, very creative writing, like great creative writing. Very creative writing. And that's why I don't like her book, as if I have, and like I shouldn't be speaking here, but I struggled because it's just, my brain, when you're like talking about like creatures in the sea that can fly and come down and speak to, I'm just like, my brain is like, we're struggling, this isn't, and that's why I don't even like things like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Like, don't kill me, but I'm also not a fan of those shows. Like, I've watched them, but it's not my style. But if you like fantasy, give it a try. It's a short book, about 250 pages. And like I said, I'm now reading The Course of Love. You guys, some of the questions that like that book is bringing, like some of the conversations they're having in there, or Alain is having in that book, is like how quick we are to be like, oh my God, you're engaged? How did he propose? Or like, how did you propose? What did you do? Instead of, oh wow, congratulations. So how did you know that it was time to propose? Or what made you know that you were doing the right thing when you said yes to his proposal? Like, we don't ask, then those are the ones that matter. But we like to live up to this, like, to focus on this fairy tale and this romantic idea that love is just like ever flowing and it will just carry us through our marriage. Yo, then you realize there's a lot more to it than just love. But it's so good, it's so good. It is, we have about 20 minutes before I have to put my video live. I changed quickly because I wanted to do the thumbnail for the video. And got that. Everything is ready. I'm literally just waiting to put up that video and praying to God that my camera doesn't film me, because I can't have more moments like what just happened in that room where I spoke for a good chunk of time only for it to just be corrupted. I promise you, I have been trying to start this video for the last 20 minutes, but there's been either the battery is low, a phone call, I end that one, another one starts, I realize I forgot something on the other side. It's just been all over the place. But here we are. It's been a couple of days since I last spoke to you, and I am happy to report back that it's been a good couple of days. Like, given just where I was at a couple of weeks ago, it's been a good couple, it's been a good couple of days. And by that, I just mean I feel more hopeful, I feel more positive, I feel like I'm getting back into the swing of things. I am doing things that previously I'd be like, oh, I'm too chicken to try, I don't know, it's like, I don't want to try it. But I'm trying to step it up, right? And I'm doing the work, and I'm just feeling proud of myself. It has been a rather hectic day. Let me give you an update. So, I was supposed to have my little sports massage, but I couldn't do it because my sports therapist had a medical emergency, and I had my nails done, which is always like a good thing for me. At least it just makes me feel like I've got my life together. Like, whenever I have nails done, wax, eyebrows done, I'm just like, woo, fresh new woman, who dis? That's how I usually feel. I've been keeping up with the gym. I have been keeping up with meetings and trying to get some content creation done. I actually was with Sabrina the whole day yesterday shooting. And then today I had a quick gym session in the morning, a quick hospital run, and then I was trying to get some more work done. Anyway, I have a busy afternoon, and it's actually Friday, and I wanted to do my makeup with you guys as I talk to you about my latest discovery on Skillshare. So first of all, this part of the video is so kindly sponsored by Skillshare. Did you hear that? I don't know what they dropped, but I hope it didn't break. Anyway, this part of the video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare. I have been a big fan of that platform for a long time now. And I have to say, I've never taken a class that made me as emotional as the class that I started taking yesterday. I have felt other emotions while taking a class. Like I've felt excitement, I've felt shock. Like if I even think about, you know, I can't remember his name now, but the class I told you guys about where his entire YouTube page is dedicated to him learning new skills. He's trying to learn how to start a fire with just a couple of twigs. He's trying to learn like new skateboard tricks. He's trying to learn like how to play an instrument. Like all he's trying to do is rewire his mind into being open about trying new things. Like that, mind blown. It's incredible. It's incredible. But the class I took to yesterday, and I actually even was taking it earlier today too. Whew, I think it's also because of the headspace I'm in, but what I did search when I was on Skillshare was purpose, because, you know, if it wasn't obvious, I'm kind of trying to figure that out right now, or just not even figure that out, but remind myself, because I know what that is. I know what success is, I know what purpose is, but I'm just trying to remind myself. It's kind of like how if you're religious, you go back to your, you know, whether it's the Bible or the Quran or whatever it is. Like for me, I just want to feed myself with conversations that remind me to be grounded, to be mindful, to be focused on the things that matter. And so I typed in purpose into Skillshare, and it brought a class by Emma Gannon. Let me just confirm that's her name. Yes, it's Emma Gannon. And in fact, I've even seen her book before being talked about somewhere, possibly on Bookstagram, the multi-hyphen method. I think that's the name of the book. I've even put it on my Goodreads to be read list. And I started taking the class, and by the second lesson, I was like, yes, I want to redefine what success is for me, because I definitely, I mean, I consider myself like Miss Independent, but I definitely have had a lot of my life decisions, well, a lot of my decisions, a lot of my choices, I feel, have been defined by or influenced by people in my life, like really strong figures in my life. And as I still have, I'm probably only a quarter way into that class. I'm on lesson 4, and there's a total of 10 lessons, I believe. But so far, like I've been writing down, like when she's like, okay, what I need you to do now, and I've got my book there, and I am trying to like do the work, because I really want to just jumpstart the year. I know we're at the end of January, but you know what, better late than never. Anyway, before I go on and on about Emma Gannon's class, I want to tell you about Skillshare. If you don't know what it is a platform that is the ultimate hub for a creative, or someone who's stuck in a rut, or someone who needs inspiration, you name it. Like there's something for everyone on that platform. You could be looking to play an instrument, or learn like some cool baking techniques, or knitting, or how to run your business in a more productive manner, and how to be a better boss. For me, I'm trying to remind myself to be grounded, and like, what is my definition of success? In fact, let me tell you what the actual name of the class is. It's Discovering Success, 7 exercises to uncover your purpose, passion, and path. That's what I want. Like that's the space I'm in, if it wasn't already obvious from the start of this video. And so if you are curious to try Skillshare, but aren't ready to bite the bullet yet by paying for like a 1-year subscription, which is actually what I did last year, and I believe it may have run, I think it's expiring soon actually. I think my membership might be expiring soon, so I might actually have to do that again. But if you're not ready to jump the gun and be like, here's my 1-year membership, then I've got you, because you can try the link in the description box, and you will have a 1-month free trial, a free membership for 1 month. And that's for the first 1,000 people who click on the link. So if you want to try it out, if you want to test the waters, just click on the link. I'll leave it in the description box. I'll also leave it as a comment and pin it to the top. And you can sign up and see what classes you'd be interested in taking. I like how I said, I'm going to be doing my makeup as I talk to you guys. Have I done anything? No. Ooh, that's so washed out. Okay, that's better. Ooh, and whilst I have you here, I want to show you the lipstick I'm going to go for, which I really wish Maybelline pushed these lipsticks a little bit more, because I just rate them so high. This is 755 Toasted Brown. Perfect. Happy Saturday, you guys. I had a nice little cupping session. Can you see? Oh yeah, you can see it. I know it looks ridiculous and it looks painful, but I mean, first of all, you probably already know what cupping is, but if you don't know, because I knew of the concept of cupping, but I didn't understand what it's supposed to do, and what it helps, especially on for someone who is having any kind of muscular pain, or is an athlete, or just has any like aches, pains in their bodies. It helps take out the toxins from the muscle, like it separates the muscle, takes out the toxins so that blood can flow, like new blood can flow. I'm not entirely sure if I've described it as it was explained to me. but I was a lot more sore than I realized. But today I finally went and saw Grace, who is a sports therapist or a muscle therapist, and I'm telling you, like, I went in there feeling like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, you know, like my shoulders a little bit, and like, you know, like my adductor area, the usual. And then she started kneading out, like, even just my neck. I'm still oily from the massage, but even this part, she started kneading it out, and she was like, oh, you're quite tight here. Do you feel anything? And I was like, no. Then she pressed it a certain way, and I was like, I feel it. And I remembered all those times in the middle of a workout where I would kind of roll my head around because I would feel like a strain. But afterwards, I'm not walking around with aches and pains, so I didn't even know that I should have been rolling this part out, but I only feel it in the workout. And another part that she highlighted was my back. Anyway, it was just like, it was so beautiful, it was so perfect, it was so like everything I needed. I got out of her bed like looking like I'd been asleep for 10 hours, even though there was not much sleeping done, because there was a lot of like, if you've been to one of those massages, you know there's like bearing the pain. She used some electromagnetic type thing at some point. She also used a gun. She like kneaded me with her hands, and then she did the cupping. It's just, I feel refreshed. I feel renewed. I will leave Grace's number in the description box in case you are looking for someone to like kind of work your muscles. But I know she also does like regular massages, because I've treated my mom to a massage with Grace before, and she loved it. So would recommend her for that. I'm gonna now do up my face, which Amani's actually gonna do it for me. She's gonna do my eyeshadow and my brows, and then I will do my foundation, because I've got my 3 p.m. live session on Chasing Paper Books with Patricia, and I figured I want to see how Amani would do up my like face, like how, like, I just want to know. I want to know what she'd do. So this is the before. Take a good look. I will show you the after. Makeup is done.
Go for the light.
Oh, go for the light, she says. Just trying to make sure she's not in the shot. I mean, it looks really cool, Amani. Thank you. I knew I made the right choice with you. You would have seen it. It's a rainbow. We've got red. Was it red actually? No, orange. Orange. Now I can't see it. Orange, and then?
What comes after orange in the rainbow?
Yellow? I have yellow in there?
Yeah.
Okay, orange, yellow, which I can't see on camera. That's why I'm like, what is it? I think I see a little bit of green. Blue? I'm not...
You're telling me you can't see?
Well, this is how I'm looking at the camera. Can you see?
Keep quiet.
Anyway, I love it! And I now have 8 minutes to the start of my life, so I'm gonna go and do that. Well, that was a nice and quick session with Patricia. I have to say though, there were some odd folks who joined the live, and I think it's because of my platform. Definitely, Chasing Paper Books is like very focused readers or book lovers or people who are generally interested in that kind of stuff. So some of the comments that we were getting were a little bizarre. But it was a good session. We introduced our next book, which is Stay With Me by bámi Adébáyọ. bámi Adébáyọ. Yep, I got that right. And I'm really, really excited to get into this based off of a lot of you guys' comments the last time I talked about this book. What's really sad though is that I have to take off my makeup, and it's so pretty. I really think Amani did a great job, I have to say. I don't know if you can see it so clearly. I mean, even Patricia could be like, wait, what color is that? She could kind of see it. And all she used were my eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, so I don't have like special pencils that are colored. She just used eyeshadow palette with an angled brush, and it came out so beautiful. We've also agreed actually with Patricia that that the both of us are going to watch Tenet together at 7 p.m. but like separately. So she's at her house, I'm at mine, and we're gonna watch it together and be like, okay, this is what's happening in the movie. Because if you've watched the movie, you know it's like a mind, like, who knows what's happening? Who knows? I've watched it a few times and I have no idea what happens in that movie, but I want to. I'm even going to read up on it before I watch it, just so that I'm really like, just in the know, because some things were said and I was just like, what does that even mean? But how is he in the same room again? Anyway, good morning. You know, just bear with me. I feel like this vlog has had a lot of apologies in it. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm about to do that again because I'm trying to get back into the groove of things. And sometimes it's a little bit awkward after not vlogging for a while, and then maybe going through this like this major phase of insecurities and all of that, and self-doubt, and then picking up the camera again. It can feel, well, one, daunting, but also very unfamiliar. And so I feel like this vlog has just been very blocky, like moment and then silence, moment and silence. But I am getting into the groove of things slowly. I am going to start writing down my vlog ideas, and maybe I'll talk about that in a different vlog. But the reason I'm even like vlogging now is because I just started editing this video that you're watching right now, and I think I just wanted to share the part at the beginning where I sit down and I just start talking about success. That I had no idea where I was gonna go with that conversation. I just wanted to start vlogging, and I was happy to have been like, oh, you know, I've just been going through like some moments of self-doubt, but I'm feeling better, and then update you on life or what I've been doing here and there, whether it's like baking or working out. But as I started talking, because it was the first time I was actually saying these things out loud and I could hear myself, it then turned into like a mini therapy session. So thank you for hearing me out. And if it sounds like I'm all over the place, it's because I'm just like talking as the thoughts are coming to me and trying to process exactly what it is I've been experiencing or having a hard time with. I am feeling like every day I do feel a lot more confident in my journey. And the self-doubt and the insecurities, I can feel myself leaving that behind. But yeah, I just thought to come on here as I'm editing to just be like, I don't know, do I sound like I'm all over the place? Because as I'm editing this, I feel like I sound like I'm all over the place, but it's because I was just, I was letting it out. I was releasing. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to editing. But first, I just want to tell you guys, I have yellow on my eyes. Who am I? But after Amani did that rainbow situation on my eyes, I just figured, you know what? I want to add some color. And I went for yellow, like in the inner crease and at the bottom too, and then like a rose gold in the middle and just like a soft brown towards the end. But I was even telling Patricia, who came over, actually let me fill you in on the weekend now that we're here. After my Chasing Paper book live, Patricia and I had like a virtual, well, she was at her house and I was here, and we tried to watch Tenet. Made it halfway through until I was like, babe, I can't do it anymore, I need to go sleep. But you know, it's one of those, you have to really pay attention, and we just would keep calling each other to, if I was like, wait a second, so what's happening here? Because that doesn't even make sense. And then we'd talk about it, or she'd try and explain. And then yesterday, Sunday is usually my bum day. I don't know, people who generally get really productive on Sundays in preparation for the week ahead. Like, kudos to you. I feel like there was a point in my life where I would do that. Like, I would start to prep for the week ahead by doing certain things and writing down my lists, and sometimes I'd even find myself scheduling emails to go out the next day, but that's not me anymore. I full out bum. Like, I have a good time bumming. But Patricia came over for a few hours yesterday, and we just caught up a little, talked a bit about like our goals, or just friend stuff. And then this morning went to the gym and came back to get a little bit of eyeshadow in, or you know, do my makeup, got ready for the day, did my makeup, and then now trying to edit this video that is going to go up today, Monday. I said it last week that, oh sorry I don't have a vlog on Thursday, but it's gonna be up on Monday, because I really don't want January to end and I only have one video. No. So I'm just now sat trying to get this video out for you, but just had to come on here to be like, I just need to explain myself a little bit better. You know what I actually haven't looked at? Feels very raunchy unbuttoning my shirt here, but you know what I haven't looked at? My cupping thing. So I don't know if it's like crazy dark or not. I didn't even think about that, and I was at the gym with like my sports bra and everything. Maybe it's really not. Oh, it's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. And now that I'm here semi-undressing, let me take you through what I am wearing. My shirt is from Boohoo. My bandeau top is from Vivo, and my pants, or Shop Zetu I should say, and my pants are from Max Kenya. I was going to wear jeans because I do want to get back into the habit of dressing up in the morning as if I'm going out, or like actually getting ready to go to the office. But jeans just didn't feel right. I was like, no, it's gonna be too uncomfortable, and I just generally think tights are more cozy. So up top I look like I'm really polished and ready. At the bottom it's all cozy vibes. Yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick update on the cupping in case it was a lot darker, but it's not. I do have to say though, like I feel really good. I feel after my massage on Saturday, like I feel so, like even today's workout, I thought I'd be a lot more sore. My hands are a little, and I got these like, can you see? These little bits are from the snatches I did on Saturday's workout. My hands here, like calluses have formed, but besides that, like that's the only place that feels particularly stiff. Everything else is okay. I still will stretch and do my mobility today because I am determined to just get better at my squats and deeper, and hopefully at some point this year fix that issue with my adductor groin stroke hip situation. Anyway, enough of blabbing about. I'm gonna go back to editing. Can't believe it, but I'm done with that, and this video, actually I should say this video. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and for joining me and for listening, and please be gentle in the comments, and I will see you very soon, where I'll come back just feeling more like myself and more confident in myself and just more aligned. There's a lot of changes that I'm currently making, maybe not a lot, but good changes, and I think they'll have lasting effects, and I will share them with you in the coming weeks. But for now, I'm gonna bid you farewell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon, but only if you've subscribed, because you just subscribe. I'll see you very soon. Bye.